host, I can actually, as a host, I can actually drill speakers. So you're probably going to be on your hot seat all through this session, except I make the seat cold, which means that I'm going to be asking questions and basically just for people to understand the concept of both or either of these courses. So we would like that you both can actually do great justice and make us carried along. So that's just it anyway. So the first question I'm going to ask tonight is going to be directed to Hope. Hope, did you say you are ready?
Yes.
Okay. So first things first, Hope, can you tell me about what led you into business analysis? Just give me a breakdown. Like, how did you find yourself in business analysis?
Okay, so thank you once again for this opportunity. So what really happened that led me into becoming a business analyst is the fact that yes, I wanted the tech money, but that aside, I was actually working as an office administrator with my former company, which is Dodo Pay, a fintech company which was now submerged under Bold Switch Software Development Company, and I had a lot of time at my hand. And I had other technical team members who were already working, like I've stated, Bolt Switch is a software development companies. I had UX UI designers on board, front end developers, back end developers, project managers, and stuff like that. So the first thing that led me was that I had a lot of time at my hand, and so most times I would just go to work and just run some errands and just do a few things. But I got really close with the project manager as at then, and I was really interested in the career path of like becoming a business analyst. So the first thing was to just go online, scout out for jobs that I could do without coding, because I was really scared of the tech world because I thought it was all about coding, right? So, but the project manager at my company actually encouraged me and told me that there are a series of technical jobs that you could do that requires zero or no coding. And I was like, okay, I had an option of either going for project management or business analysis. But then as I started learning, I found like business analysis was so interesting to me. Like, is it about the storytelling part? Is it about getting to understand what stakeholder requirements are all about? And the fact that I do not need coding at all. Like, you can do everything at ease, you can play around on the job, but as far as you're actually delivering value and trying to improve processes. So that was the main thing that led me, because I had an opportunity to work with people who are already in tech, people who would put me through, and that really served as a foundation for me. And the fact that business analysis on its own is quite interesting, and here I am today as a business analyst working, and I love the job so much. Yeah. So that is all about the story.
Hmm. Wow, that's an amazing story of transition. One thing I picked is that you can be influenced by your environment, because you mentioned that even while you were working as an administrator,
Absolutely.
you had tech people around you, and then you just picked interest in this thing. Of course, you said the money. I like your sincerity. Because even me, as I did like this, I did find money. So it's actually great. And for everyone here, I mean, I like the fact that you emphasized that you wanted a tech career that did not require you to code. And that's one of the amazing parts about business analysis, that you can actually become a business analyst without learning how to code, and even product management. So thank you so much, Hope. I love your story so much. And it's an awesome story, by the way. In fact, the fact that you transitioned from administration into wow, into tech, that's great. Okay, so Mashood, I want to hear your side of the story. How did you become a product manager? What led you into product management? Were you also influenced by people around you, or it was money that led you into it?
Well, it's still everything is still about people around you. You know, people around you always have much more influence in majority of things you are trying to do. So on my own case as well, people around me actually have influence, but not the way our own happened. So I used to be a quality assurance engineer, like a tester, not necessarily having much coding skill. So we just test manually, like what just like what everybody used to do. Like you just pick a software, go around it, what is working, what is not working. But in our own case, we used to do it in a more professional way. So that is what I used to do. I was just a tester. So then, as times goes on, I started get involved with customer side. So I started getting some things from customer, put it in, then discussing with the developers. And before I know, I'm already almost everywhere. Every part of the organization. I was everywhere. I was everywhere. I was communicating with everybody. So I didn't know I was doing product manager's job, right? And nobody ever informed me that I was doing product manager's job. So I kept on doing it, kept on doing it. So not until I want to move to another side, and then I saw product management opportunity, and I was like, "Ah, I have all these skills, but all of these things are not is not was not my responsibility, right?" So I just talked to one or two people, and then they told me that you were a product manager, but nobody called you product manager. So that was how I got into product management, and up to today, it's going fine, and I'm really really enjoying it.
Wow. So your own is funny because you already even doing the job, but you did not know you were in the job. Please, what do you think I'm already doing product management work? Maybe I'm already a product manager so that I don't know like this. Wow, it's so amazing. I love transitions. I love transitions. I actually saw a research on statista.com that an average person changes career 12 times in their lifetime. And I was surprised, like, wow, 12 times, that's a lot. Of course, not many people change up to even 6 times or 5 times. If you are lucky enough to just find what really works for you, maybe has the money and you like what you're doing as early as possible, you might never need to change. But for some of us that realize that, see, this thing that I went to do in school, I beg, let's switch. So I like transitions. I like transitions. Thank you so much, you both. Thank you for your inspiring stories. So now, for the sake of clarification, I want to mention to everyone here that product management and business analysis are two different tech careers. They are two separate tech careers. So it's not that a product manager is higher than a business analyst, or a business analyst is higher than a product manager, or that you will start with business analysis and then move to product management, or vice versa. So they are both different careers. So you can make your choice, or you can choose the one you're interested in. So that's why I have the two of them as guest speakers. And I'm going to be asking them questions, like I said earlier, and then you can inform your decision on, oh, I think I prefer this or this, whichever one. So, Hope, I just want to ask you, you talked about you being a business analyst for over 3 years now. What is business analysis in itself? Like, explain it to us in ground perspective. What is business analysis? And what exactly do you do to a company? What exactly is your value in an organization as a business analyst? Did you get my question?
Yes, I did. Thank you once
Oh,
again. I
okay.
got your question, Ayomide. So, what exactly is business analysis? Business analysis is the process of improving the entire organizational processes, and also facilitating change within the organization sector, or within the entire process of the organization, right? And how do business analysts add value, or bring about change, or improve processes, or facilitate change as a whole within an organization? This is by just ensuring that the entire project and initiatives are well defined. When we talk about well defined, is the ability for them to elicit requirements, which is sourcing out requirements, getting to understand stakeholders' pain points, and so as to bring solution or proffer solutions to those stakeholders' requirements, and also by capturing them in an accurate format whereby the technical team will be able to use to develop a software or develop a product that will meet the maximum requirements of stakeholders. So I don't know if this answered the questions already.
Yes. In fact, I like the fact that you said the stakeholder part of your business, because I think when we talk about business
I think
systems,
someone was saying they didn't hear me well. Should I take it again?
okay, someone said too complex explanation. Okay, maybe you should break
Yeah.
it down. Someone said grammar is so much.
Okay, so what I meant is that business analysis is all about facilitating change within an organization. When we talk about facilitating change, it's all about improving the process, understanding stakeholder requirements, understanding the entirety of what the business is all about. What do the business want to do? How do they want to do what they want to do? And how do they get to where they want to be? I don't know if this is clear enough. I'm just trying to explain the context of business analysis. Hello, can we hear me?
Yes, I'm reading the comments. Someone said it's very clear now. Okay,
Okay,
okay, okay. Nice one.
okay.
Okay.
So that was the concept of business analysis. So I'm now going to answer the second question, which you said, how do they add value to an organization, right? So business
Yes, go
analyst
ahead.
ensure. Were you saying something?
No, I said you could go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So, business analysts, how they ensure change within an organization is by understanding the entire project and the initiative of the business, and by capturing a well-defined requirements for a product or for a software. But first of all, they have to understand the entire business idea so that they can proffer efficient solutions to stakeholders. So this is how they add value, and this is how they improve the entire organization process and also facilitate changes within an organization.
Oh, I thought I was unmuted already. Okay, thank you so much for that. But I'm actually curious. Is it only
Okay.
tech companies that hire business analysts or any company? So, for example, let's say I have a shoemaking company or firm, and I hire a business analyst.
Yes, you can hire a business analyst in as much as the business knows what they want and how they want to deliver the change. So you hire a business analyst. Business analyst can be versatile. You can work in any organization in health, retail, breweries, software development, airlines, and so on and so forth. You can work in insurance and so on and so forth, because the important thing is that you're going to facilitate change. The important thing is that you understand the business idea and you know what you're going to do within that organization so as to ensure that the stakeholders' requirements are met, and then the business gets to the entire vision that the stakeholders have.
Hmm, interesting. Thank you for that. Because I'm sure a number of people might be thinking, so I have this business. Can I employ somebody? If you have the money, please employ a business analyst so they can facilitate change in your industry or your company. Thank you, Hope. Thank you for that explanation. So I'm going to ask Moshood the same question. What is product management? And you said you are the head of products at Schooltry. What value are you adding to the company as a product manager? What exactly do you do? What is product management really?
All right. Thank you. Product management is simply somebody that gets involved in planning of how the product is going to look like. Planning everything that we need to do. We need to design, we need to write code, we need to talk to customer, we need to deliver, all everything that involves planning. So product manager is the person that organize that particular planning. How is the planning, how everything is going to go. So planning, then communicating with development team, the developers that are going to do the work, the testers that are going to test, the designers that are going to design, the who else? Okay, cloud engineers. So telling them what they need to do. Okay, I want my product to be able to do this. When I get to Google, I want to be able to log in before I do any activity. So that's the requirement. So you are the one that will tell the developer, this is what I want the product to look like. Then the designer come up with something stunning that will make the user experience very easy. Okay, developer, when you are developing this thing, consider this case, consider that case, consider that case when you are developing. Okay, tester, when you are testing, make sure this so things are working. And all of these things are not expected to work in that way, right? And then, so that is for the development, that is communication with development. And when you are now delivering to the users, Product managers also get involved in that. When we are delivering to the user, okay, the sales team, marketing team, customer success, this is the key feature that we have. This is our selling point. This is the major functionality that we have. This is the unique something that everybody would want to rush based on the research that we've done, based on the planning that we've done. So these are the things that you'll be telling the customer. So basically, product managers get involved all across the process of product development. You get involved in planning, ideation, development, and delivering, and even expansion. So that is what product management, that's what it means. And when it comes to value, the value product managers are adding to the organization is very, very enormous. Just like what Hope said regarding the business analysis. So it's very, very enormous. Number one, you are the one that will understand what the market needs. What does the market need? I can say a lot of things, but it's not everything that my listeners want to hear. So, but as a product manager, I must know what my listeners want to hear. There are a lot of things I can say, a lot of things, but it's not everything that you need. So it's now my duty as a product manager to do research and understand what you want to hear from me. So same thing happens in product management, in product development as well. So another value that you add as a product manager to organization is that you help in prioritizing what to be done. Okay, we want to do a lot of things. When I log in, I will be on landing page. After landing page, I want to be able to make an order, to make payments, and also all sort of things like that. What should come first? This is more important than this. This is quite urgent. This one can come after. It's product manager that will do all of these things, not the developer, not the marketers, not the salespeople, not the CEO. Right? It's product manager that organize all of these things. Then another value that we usually add to organization is that product manager is the only person that works across the organization, like cross-functional relationship. So you work with almost everybody. We want to develop a financial something, then you go to the um what they call these people that usually do deals with law or with all those kind of things. You go to them. Is there any restriction about what we want to do? Say no, or they say yes, we have to get this license, we have to do that. Then you move on. You've understood what is happening there. You go to designer. Okay, this is what we want to develop. Do it, design it for me. You approve it. We go to developer, develop this, and so on and so forth. So, in a nutshell, product managers work cross-functionally. You work with almost everyone in the organization. So I'm not surprised when Hope said when she was an admin person, she has connection with product manager because the product manager that you definitely see everywhere, including the administrators. So those are the value that product managers usually add to the companies, and that is what product management means. I hope I've been able to answer your question.
Fact, I already took my book. My book is already filled, Mr. Moshood, because it's very clear. And another thing is, I like the fact that while you were speaking, you made a mistake at some point. You said project product management. You said
Okay.
project first, then you now changed your you now corrected yourself. And it's one question that I want to ask because a lot of people, the way you define product management is actually very similar to what I know as project management, right? So what's the difference and what are the similarities between product management and project management rather? If I'm a project manager, can I say I'm also a product manager?
Well, you can't say that. In fact, there are a lot of banter that usually happen on LinkedIn, like project manager and not product manager.
Yes, I've seen one before too.
So, just to take it from the word before management, product and project. Project is something that has beginning and has end. But product, it has beginning, but it doesn't have an end, right? It keeps
Punchline. Okay.
so it keeps going and it keeps going and it keeps rotating. So project manager is somebody that manages a project that has beginning and that has an end. But somebody that manages something that keeps going, you keep going back to the market and understand what they want. You keep coming back to developers. You keep delivering the solution, and then it goes on like that in a cycle manner. So that is product management. But project management, you don't necessarily have to get involved with what is happening in the market. All what you just want to do is deliver the project. This is what I am tasked to do. Then I've done it. It's working. Then shikina, we move on. I don't know if you get it right.
Yes, yes. I think I understand it. That a product manager might actually manage projects, but
Yeah,
a project manager might not be able to be a product manager.
exactly.
Okay, I get it. Thank you. It's clear. Thank you for the clarification. And
Okay.
the funny thing is, there are a lot of things that people misconstrue when it comes to tech careers, like this project management and product management. The same way, I'm seeing hands raised. Don't worry, after this question, I would give opportunities for people to ask questions. Now, the same way, in business analysis, people also misconstrue business analysis for business analytics. And the one we are doing today is business analysis. So, Hope, what's the difference between business analysis and business analytics?
Okay, so thank you once again. So I just like it has been stated, there's this all misconception and non-clarity about what business analysis is all about and what business analytics is all about. People actually fall victim whenever they want to start out a career, because I was also a victim when I started out my career as a business analyst. So the
Wow.
first thing was I was actually looking at business analytics as a possible career field, and also business analysis, because I was not getting any clarity when I started out the career. But the first thing that we need to understand is that business analysis basically deals with understanding stakeholders' requirements, working one-on-one with your stakeholders. Now, who are stakeholders? Let's not get confused. Stakeholders are the main people that have the business or that make use of the business or the product. Whoever is involved, either your technical team members, whoever is involved to carry out that particular business or to carry out that particular business idea to the finish line, or whoever is going to make use of it at the end of the day, because your stakeholders, they comprise of a lot of people. Business analysis is all about understanding the business idea, understanding stakeholders' requirements. What do stakeholder want on their product? How do I go about capturing these requirements? How do I go about communicating effectively to these stakeholders and ensuring that all business ideas are well captured and defined in whatever business document requirement that is needed for this particular business? Because you have to ensure that you communicate effectively and collaborate with with your stakeholders in order for you to deliver value at the end of the day. Whereas business analytics largely depends on making use of data to derive insights. Now, your data can deal with hard numbers, hard figures, and the rest of it to ensure that you make informed decision, just so you know how users or customers are interacting with this business, what exactly is affecting our business. So I tend to put it this way, that business analysis deals with the internal factor of the business or the internal key players of the business, while business analytics make use of this hard data or hard information that they derive either from the external users or from the outside field to understand what are the major factors that are interacting with our business and how are they affecting our business. So they make use of all these data that they captured from the field to make those informed decisions. Whereas as business analysts, you collaborate and communicate and work with empathy with your stakeholders to develop a requirement for a certain product or for a certain business. So this is clearly just the difference between business analysis and business analytics.
Okay, so we can say business analysis is actually concerned with the internal factors of a company, while analytics is concerned about the external factors, right?
I love to put it that way because if you say you're dealing internally, you're dealing with the stakeholders, right? Your stakeholders can comprise of different set of people. That I mentioned that earlier on. It just depends on what the business does and who the stakeholders are. Whereas the business analytics, I just tend to put it that way to expatiate, because you're dealing with hard numbers. These hard numbers, you can get it from the field after the product has been delivered. So whoever is interacting with our product, how is our product performing in certain region? Oh, why is it that users in certain region no longer use our product? So you just make use of these data that you've captured from the field to come back and make decisions within your business. How do we improve it? Okay, these are the challenges. These are why customers are not using our product in certain regions, or this is why our products have not gotten to certain regions and stuff like that. So I just love to put it that way, internal and external. For the business analysis, internal, and business analytics, external. I just love to put it that way.
Well, I think that's a very good clarification. But then let me ask this question. For you that is in business analysis, you're called a business analyst. For people in business analytics, what are they called?
Okay, so most times I think they call them business intelligence analyst.
So yeah, I've seen BI. Okay, so the difference there is the intelligence. Okay.
No, we're still intelligent, so please, we're still intelligent. So yeah,
Oh, you're defending your people.
I just need to defend it though, please.
Okay, you're intelligent too, but you don't let us know that you're intelligent. They are allowing us to know that you're intelligent.
We are, because we are the ones that are going to derive change. If we are not there, that means those people that are business intelligence or the product owners, they will not be able to understand what the stakeholder need, and they will not be able to work. So we are the business analysts, we are also intelligent. We're even more
Mm.
intelligent.
Wow, I get you. Don't worry, you're intelligent. Okay. So I'm going to thank you so much for that clarification. I mean, it makes more sense. So I'm going to take some questions now. The first person is Somi Rufus. Somi, you can speak now.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, can you hear me, please?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, yes. Yeah, I want to ask probably the business analysts, or can we say they are data analysts? That's first question. Because what they deal with is data. Can we also call them data analysts? Then to the other person, product manager. My question goes like this: between in a product management, or in the when you are dealing with products, or in an organization, there's this confusion about this scrum master, controlling the atmosphere of managing the products, and the product manager, who between them, who is really, responsible of controlling the whole meeting programs and all that, you know, in especially in the stand-up meeting and all that. Who is going to take care of who is responsible for managing the stakeholders, the developers, the tester, and all those people in Scrum team.
Okay.
There's this confusion. So please,
Okay.
can you help me to analyze it, please? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your question. So, Hope is asking if business intelligence analysts are also data analysts. And Moshood, the funniest thing is, I actually have a question penned down that I wanted to ask Moshood before that. Are there differences between a product owner, a scrum master, and a product manager? So, I guess you should answer that question. It's so that he's going to answer his question too. So, Hope, first, to you first.
Yes, yes. I mean product owner. Instead
Yes,
of
I get
using
your
product
question.
manager, product owner, there was the difference between product owner and product manager.
And
Thank you.
scrum master. Yes. Okay, so Hope,
I'll
are
scroll
business
master. Yeah,
intelligence analysts same as data analysts?
Okay, so while I think he mentioned data analyst and business analyst, am I correct?
No, business intelligence analyst,
Ana-
because the one,
Business
right?
analyst, yes, and
Yes,
data
because we
analyst,
talked about the data, external
because
data, and all of that.
they are more involved in data, compared to business analysts, which are more of internal, you know, internal.
Okay, so I think the first thing there that you're not getting right is the data. While everybody in their various career field and various sector within an organization make use of data, the data varies. So we don't make use of, if data analysts or business intelligence analysts are making use of hard numbers as their data, you see certain figures and the rest of it to come up with a finalized conclusion, while business analysts, the requirement that you elicit, that the requirement, the information that you get from your stakeholders when you interact with them are now your own data. And these fields are not related, because at the end of the day they can still be on the same team to still work, and everybody just have the certain role that they play, because business analysts deal with coming up with a well-defined information that they've gathered from stakeholders, while the data analysts, they deal with the hard numbers that they've gotten from the field, and also work with other business teams, right? Just like I've mentioned, they still work together to come up with a better solutions that will fit the product, fit the end users, and also fit the business idea, right? So the main difference is that we deal with this certain information that we've gotten, and we also make use of some of these data analysis tool to come up with a better understanding of our requirements. So this is just clearly the difference. It's not like they're the same, but depending on the tasks that they carry out, and depending on whoever they interact with in order for them to carry out their day-to-day activities. So that is largely the difference.
Thank you so much, Hope. Thank you. So, someone said she didn't get the question. Mr. Sami, did she answer your question?
Sorry?
Did she answer your question?
Yeah, of course, yes. She
Okay,
did, yeah.
thank you. So, Moshood, now the next question for Moshood is, what are the differences between a product owner, product manager, and scrum master?
All right. Actually, the person to be blamed here is agile methodology, because it's agile methodology that cause all of this confusion. Well, there's a method that we call agile methodology in software development generally. Agile methodology is when you are doing something in an agile way, like you split what you have to do into different stages. So in that case, then we tend to have somebody called scrum master, product owner, and then product manager. So product manager is the person that gets all the information like I've explained earlier, and then now supply product owner. What's the responsibility of product owner? The responsibility of product owner is that they understand what the product will look like. They understand the functionalities, the features, and everything. So if developers needs to ask any question, they will just go to product owner, and product owner will settle them, answer their question. Then Scrum Master is more or less like project manager. So, but in agile methodology, they call them Scrum Master because what they are doing is called Scrum. So all these things are just English word. But Scrum Master, what they do basically is project manager work. They call Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C. Let's go for meeting. Then what are you working on? What did you do yesterday? What are you going to do tomorrow? And then what are you doing today? Do you have any blocker? If you have any question, product owner is here to answer you. Do you have anything? Should we inform the product manager? All sort of things like that. Should we go back to the market and then understand all of these things? So somebody that puts everything in order is called Scrum Master. Somebody that understands what the product will do and only deals with internal team, that is the engineers and others. That is product owner. And all of these things usually happen when we are doing agile methodology. But product manager is like a door facing in and out. you get information from outside, then supply the internal team. But agile methodology is kind of very, very, should I say, stressful in absence of no word. So that the product manager will not just sleep and not wake up the next day. So then they provide product owner and then scrum master to help with internal team. I think I've tried to explain. Did you?
Yeah, I think you did justice to it. I think you did justice.
Yes,
To
yes,
Okay.
yes, you did justice to it. Well,
Mm.
and what I'm trying to, another area I'm trying to look at is, in that agile, methodology or agile environment, a scrum master, tends to, behave like, is the, at times, some behave as if they are the boss or over product
Yeah,
owner.
okay, Mr.
You'll
Sobi,
be
because of time, if it's a
okay,
question or a comment, you can actually write it in the chat box because of time. Do you understand?
okay. Yeah,
Okay, thank you
thanks.
so much for your contribution. So I want to take the next question now from Precious. Precious Mpama. Okay, I think oh, Precious is okay, Precious left. Okay, the next one is from Kukubisola Zainab or Zainab.
Okay, so hello everyone.
Hi.
Okay, so my question is, what is the difference between business intelligence analyst and business analyst? Because I think Roots provided answer to business analyst and data analyst. But my question is actually business intelligence analyst and data analyst. Are they the same?
Yes, so I think Hope mentioned that too, that business intelligence analyst and data analyst are Hope, right?
Hello.
Hope, can you hear me?
Yes, sorry, I can hear you. My network was
Yeah,
actually
so
breaking.
business intelligence analyst and data analyst, they are the same. Because you mentioned it earlier. So Zainab, they're actually the same. The ones that are
Okay.
different are business intelligence analyst and business analyst.
Business analyst for
Yeah.
business intelligence analyst and data
And
analyst
data
are the same.
analyst are the same, yes. Don't worry,
Thank
it's
you.
just the name that is one is more, you understand.
Okay, so as
So
a business business analyst, as a BA, do you also need the skills of data analysis?
oh,
Do you
okay.
need the knowledge of data analysis?
So according to what Hope said earlier, there are different career paths. She mentioned that for business intelligence analyst, you have to deal with data to actually determine some things about the company. While for business analysts, you need the internal happenings, the stakeholders, know what is happening within the organization to determine how the business can change or improve. So you don't need the skills. You don't, it's not like you need one to become better at the other one. They are different career paths. Do you understand?
All right, all right. Thank you for your answer.
So the thing is, the knowledge of data is always good for both careers. That's just the simple answer.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. The next question, I'm going to take question from Ruth. Ruth has a question. Ruth, you can speak now.
Hello. Okay,
Okay.
hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
You're audible,
Okay,
Ruth. You
thank you
can
very much.
speak.
I just want to ask about the career path. Okay, I want to ask about the career path in business analysis and also the career path in product management. Is it only limited to business analysis as a career? Maybe we can as well look for another job in that field. And also, as a product manager, is there any other maybe job or a vacancy that we can also look for if we have such skills? Thank you.
I don't think your question is clear, but what I can infer is if you go into the career path of business analysis, you're doing it because you want to become a business analyst. And if you do product management, you're doing it because you want to become a product manager. So as a business analyst, you can work in different sectors, like Hope said earlier, healthcare, education, retail, whatever sector. And as a product manager too, you can work in different sectors too, as long as there is product. So does that answer your question? So it's not like if you have the skills, you can now, or am I not getting your question right?
What I'm trying to ask is that is maybe you want to, because sometimes I realize some people they know about business analysis, and before you know it they are into project management. Yes, I've seen such people, but I don't know, maybe there's a correlation between the business analysis part and the project management, or maybe someone needs to upgrade your skills in order to, maybe even if you don't have a career path in business analysis, you can also develop yourself a little and go for project management course or something, like not only limited to business analysis, but you can as well look out for other jobs. I think, I don't know, maybe you understand me.
I think, oh yeah, I get you. Now the thing is, for tech, it's a bit different from like normal going to school to study a course, and that course is related to some other courses, and you can get a job in other other places or areas. For tech, is that tech career that you are focusing on, and even if you are growing in that particular career, you are going up in that career. So the person that you said that did business analysis and is now a project management, we can comfortably say that person switched career paths. So the thing is, if you're a business analyst, sometimes you might have to do some projects, but it does not mean you're already a project manager. But if someone was a business analyst yesterday and today they're a project manager, then it means that they switched career paths. So that's what I would
Okay,
say.
can I say something on that, please? So,
Yes, go ahead.
okay, just to give more clarity to the question, project management, product management, business analysis, which one again? Okay, let me just say the three of them, they have similar transferable skills, right? And one of the reasons, or one of the most important things you need when moving or switching to careers is the transferable skill that you can transfer from where you're coming from into that new career you are going into. And transferable skills are not technical skills. So what I mean by transferable skills are soft skills, right? They are not skills that you can be taught. In that sense, you just have to develop yourself. And when I say you can't be taught now, not that you can't learn it, right? It's just that they are not skills that you need to learn softwares or something before you can know how to do them. Something like interpersonal skills. If you're a project manager, if you are a product manager, if you are a business analyst, you will need a lot of interpersonal skills. Why? Because you will be working with people a lot, whether internal team or external team. So if you don't have it, don't even go near, because you are not going to do well. I mean, I have seen a lot of developers who are good, but they don't have interpersonal skills. They lack communication skills, right? And not even only me, I have a lot of friends who are also who have startups and the likes that complain about the same thing, right? So it means that even if you don't have interpersonal skills, right, you might still do well as a developer or as a software developer, but you will never do well as a product manager, nor business analyst, nor product manager, right? That's one. Number two, in business analysis, in product management, in project management, you have to learn things like Scrum, things like agile methodologies, things like waterfall methodologies, right? You have to learn tools like Jira. In those three paths, you have to learn tools like Jira, because Jira is used as a product or a project management tool. And as a BA, you would also manage, projects in that sense, right? So there are similarities to this kind of skills that are among those three career paths. That's why someone who is a BA can switch to project management if you chooses to switch, and it can switch easily. Why? Because the transferable skills are already there, right? Someone who is a product manager can also switch to a BA, right? Because you are coming with a lot of transferable skills that you would need in the BA process. In being a BA. That's why you said you know quite some people who were one maybe BA then switched to project management. That's why I'm just giving you the reasons now, right? Because of the transferable skills across those career paths, because of the similar tools that they use across those career paths. And there are also some similarities in the kind of documents that are prepared, right? User acceptance criteria. You cannot call yourself a good BA and you don't know what is called the user acceptance criteria. You don't know what is called a document that contains user acceptance criteria, right? You can't call yourself a good product manager if you don't also know that document. You can't call yourself a project manager in a software company and you don't know what is called that document, So there are a lot of transferable skills among those three lines. That's why people can switch, in and out. So I hope I gave clarity to your question.
Okay, thank you so much. So, for those wondering that who is that person that just spoke, that's the founder of Travel Tech Academy. Thank you so much, sir, for the clarification. And I hope Ruth's question is answered already. So, I would pause on taking questions now and ask my own questions because you people have asked your questions. But if you still have questions, don't worry. After these questions, I would ask you to also ask your question. So, my question is directed to Moshood. Moshood, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So, can you tell us some tech tools that you use as a product manager in your day-to-day life? And what are these tools used for?
All right. I think Mr. Tulu already mentioned some of them. So we have Trello or Jira. They do the same thing. It's just for project management. What is on doing? What are the things that we need to do? What is on doing? What are the things that are in review that we are still reviewing? And what are the things that has been completed? And what are the things that have been deployed? Right. So we have Trello. So for project management. So also we have Miro. Miro is co-working board. Like for instance, now as we are all in different location, so we can be on Miro and then we collaborate, just like all of us are working on one board, and then we do a lot of activities together. So then also Figma. Figma is for designing, like product designer usually use it. Also, product manager use it as well to do some sketching, or you want to explain some things to designers. And then what else? Well, you have to know some other tools that other team are using as well. For instance, the developers, their IDE, like where they write code, you need to just know what it does, how it works, and things like that, like Git and so on and so forth. So there are a lot of tools that product manager works with, but for the product management specifically, are those that I've mentioned: Jira or Trello, Figma, Miro board, and even PowerPoint, like PowerPoint slide. So product manager makes a lot of slides because you have to present you present, you do a lot of meetings, a lot of meetings, a lot of meetings. So, and even Google Meet is part of it too.
So wait, you mentioned something about Figma. I know Figma. A lot of product designers use Figma. Is it that
Yes.
for product management you have to know how to design, or is it related?
No, you don't necessarily know how to design, but you have to talk to designer, and you talk to them in language that they understand, right? So,
Mm.
so that is where you need Figma. So just to do some sketching, like I want to draw on the board, so I need to sketch what it's going to look like.
So
So
that
that's where.
part of okay, sorry.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, so that part of talking to designers in a language they understand, is it part of the training that someone will get if you are transitioning into product management?
Yeah, definitely. One major skill that product manager needs to have is communication skill. What I mean by communication skill is that when I'm talking to developer, you will think I'm a developer, whereas I don't even know how to write hello
Yeah.
word. So you understand. So, but you will speak with them in a way they will understand. When you're talking to designers, you will speak to them in a way that they will understand. Designer does not want, they don't need to hear all this technical jargon, API and all of those things. No. All what they need to know is all about how the design is going to look, the user experience. What does this translate to the users and things like that. So when I'm speaking with designer, that is the way I'm going to be talking to them. When I'm speaking with developers, all what they want to know is how am I talking to the back end, what is returning, blah blah blah, all those kind of jargon, and so on like that. Same thing talking when you are talking with sales and marketing, right? So you need to speak their own language as well.
Wow, sounds interesting. Okay. It is very interesting. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay, so Hope, I have a question for Hope, and it's about business analysis rather. Sorry, business analysis. To be candid, does business analysis look like something that if I don't have a tech background now, or I don't have any background in IT or whatever, can I do business analysis? Can I move into business analysis? And secondly, I know there are people called IT business analysts. These people, do they code?
Okay, yes, I
So
got
did you
your
get my
question
question, Hope?
about. Sorry, can you repeat? Sorry, thank you. For the last one.
Okay, the first one is for business.
Yes, I can.
Can you hear me? Okay. The first one is for business analysis. If I don't have any tech background or any background in any IT skill or whatever, can I transition into business analysis? Also, in for business analysis, I know some people are called IT business analysts. These IT business analysts, because they have IT in their names, do they code?
Okay, so I got your question. Thank you very much. So like we've mentioned before, like myself mentioned, and also Mr. Moshood, the product manager, the ability to transfer and leverage your skills, the fact that you do not have any technical background, or you having a phobia to say, oh, it's all about tech, there's coding needed, oh, it's going to be quite difficult and tasking. It is not. Whatever field or whatever sector you're coming from, transitioning into the business analysis career field or transitioning into tech is not difficult. It is all about your perspective, your willingness to learn, and also the ability to utilize all the tools that are being used to carry out the day-to-day activities as a business analyst, and also the ability to leverage your past skills. So wherever you're coming from, whoever you are, it is not a difficult career to transition onto. Like myself, like I mentioned before, I was working as a business as an office admin, but currently I'm a business analyst. Even the tasks that I thought I wouldn't be able to do, but currently I'm doing those tasks, I'm performing those tasks, I'm carrying out my tasks daily, because it is all about my perspective and the ability to learn and unlearn what I know before, so as to carry out every task that comes within the job. And also, just like we've been saying before, there are tech careers that do not need coding. The IT business analysts that we're hearing, either the business intelligence analyst, business analysis, and stuff like that, you do not need coding to carry out your day-to-day activity. Although it might sound as though, yes, you need coding, but no, it is all about you being able to communicate effectively. Just like the way Mr. Tolu said, having the ability to have soft skills, to harness your soft skills and utilize it on any job role. This can carry you out on any job. The ability to understand and ability to communicate, ability to work with empathy, ability to effectively, actively listen to what your stakeholder needs so as to carry out your activity. So if you're talking about IT business analyst, you do not need code to carry out your day-to-day activities. But it is very, very important that you understand the technical aspect, which is where your developers come in. The ability to have coding sense so that whatever it is they're doing, you are able to understand, and that way you can be able to communicate those findings back to your stakeholders so that you're on the same page with your technical team and your non-technical team. But you do not need coding to be an IT business analyst.
Wow, thank you so much. New discovery. Okay. All the people that be putting IT in front of their names. So now they really code like that. Thank you. Thank you, Hope, for the clarification. Now let's talk money, because I've seen a lot of comments. How financially rewarding is it? How much do they earn? What is the earning potential? All of you are using different words and English language to ask how much they get paid. Don't worry, we're entering that section because money is actually very important. Someone like me now, if I want to enter something, I have to know what is in it for me. So let me start with Moshood. Because the way Moshood and Hope have been talking, two of you be using calm voice. All these tech people, after you have chopped tech money, even Hope specifically said the money was one of the motivators. Ah, God. See, if you're even looking at the flyer that is on your screen, you can see Hope's hair. You understand? That kind of hair does not come cheap. So let's talk about money. Mr. Moshood, what's the earning potential of a product manager, both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria?
Well, honestly,
You have started with well and honestly now. Oh.
well, to be sincere, product management career, product managers, they do get a competitive reward, like a very good reward. Honest, even including a lot of perks that come with it. Something like stocks, something like some other things that you can need, working tools, and every other thing that you need. So it comes with it, including, and it doesn't affect the main thing that we are talking about. So it's a very, very rewarding career. I can bet anything on it. Did I answer your question?
You did not answer anything, Mr. Moshood. Estimates, range, okay, from so amounts in naira and in dollars or pounds. Give us number. Don't just tell us it's rewarding. Everything is rewarding. Even a secretary is rewarded. Which one is rewarding?
Hey, no, you want to pass reward now.
Eh,
So
tell us your reward.
that one is there. So like I said, I don't want to give a particular amount. It varies across the organization, and it has ranges, just like you said. It varies from one point to the other. And also, maybe for the sake of, if you want to negotiate with your future employer, if you want to negotiate, product managers usually, and if you are like a junior product manager earns nothing. I think it usually starts from 400,000 from my experience, though.
Monthly.
We are talking about salary now. Salary is being given monthly, not yearly.
Honestly, well, sincerely. So you don't want to do after the session. That one I like. Okay, continue.
So it can be. It is a very, very rewarding career. Let's have it at the back of our mind, and it's not just only the money, and a lot of things comes with it. Like, you will be given working tools, anything that you need to work, it will be given to you. You will be given
Okay.
some other things, like some other things that will make you to work 24 hours. Right? Tech industry usually do that. I used to say in my office, like, all this that you are giving us, You are looking for somebody that you finish. So
Give me an example of those things.
it's okay. For instance now, they usually provide like all these health insurance without affecting your primary salary. Should I put that way? Your basic salary without affecting your basic salary and some other things that comes with it. They'll give you laptop, and then even the work environment they will provide for you will be like, can I request for overnight? So
Okay, wait. I want to ask you a question. It might be a bit personal. You know, I'm following you on some socials. You might not know, but me, I'm following you. There was you traveled out recently, right? Very recently. Was that part of a sponsorship from work?
yes.
Sorry to travel out. Okay. Then, yeah, come. Thank you for that answer.
All right.
Thank you so much. Now, Hope, don't come and start with honestly. Yeah, Hope, give us number. You people, how much do business analysts earn in Nigeria and outside Nigeria? Hope.
Okay, so I think I'll just work with the range. Let me not say honestly, like Mr. Moshu just said, right? It also largely depends on the sector, the industry, or the organization you're working
Mm.
with, either if it's a startup or already a developed company. So mostly you get to see around 400 and above in Nigeria, 400,000 to like maybe 1 million, depending on also the level and also the level of skills that you have, and also negotiation. It's all about negotiation also in Nigeria, right? And also outside. So it depends on what the company is willing to offer, and also your negotiation skills to negotiate your salary, and also the skills that you have in place to carry out the task. Whereas outside Nigeria, it's also within $40,000 dollars to, let's say, 55, also depending on the level and skills, right? So that is how the salary payment is all about, depending on the
That
skills
your
and also
forty
the
thousand
level.
dollar, I don't think it's correct to Hope.
Well, it depends on the company, what they are willing to pay. That is what I'm saying. So I'm just giving the lowest, or we can still go down from 28,000 naira down to 89, right? So let's pick it up
It's
from
very
there.
low. I'm serious. It's very, very low. I'm actually very serious now.
Okay,
I'm serious.
that's why I mentioned depending on the organization, because you get to see from 40 down to 89. Let's leave it at that range. So you get to see different prices around that range. But just let's take it
Talking
around
about
40.
remote, people that work remotely. Some people that stay in US.
Oh, okay. For people that work, okay. I think that's better clarification. Okay. Wow. So all of you that are mentioning 400K, someone should remind me again, the minimum wage in Nigeria, is it not 33K or 30K? And yeah, is someone starting as a junior business analyst and junior product manager with 400K. Okay, nice. So you people, and you will say we are in this Nigeria together. Wow, that's good to hear, because money is a good motivator. Like me, I like money so much. Some people here don't like money, but me, I like money. So thank you for the information. And then I want to say something about what Hope said about negotiation. And Moshood also said something similar about depending on the company and the skills you have. One thing is, me being a brand manager, I can relate to the fact that some people have certifications, but they cannot defend that certification that they have. So in Traveltech Academy, you get a certification once you finish your business analysis program or product management program, or all our courses, you get certification. And you know, some people start asking, how recognize is a certification? This. We are registered in the UK, yes, and we're registered in Nigeria. But the fact is, the certification is just like a license for you to be heard. But by the time you get the audience to be heard, what you have, the skill you have within you, is what you can defend, not just the certification. Certification is something that almost anyone can get these days. There are a lot of academies and boot camps. But when it comes to job interviews, they really want to know what you can offer. And secondly, selling yourself. Knowing how to sell yourself is also important. That's okay, I can do this thing. It's different from I can tell you I can do this thing. For example, when you go to the market, you can see that maybe four people are selling maybe the same thing, maybe like pepper or food, maybe food stuff, and they are in the same line or on the same line. But one person is shouting, "Come and buy from me, come and buy from me." And then most likely, as an average human, you tend to go to the person that has been shouting your name compared to the person that is just quiet there and saying, "Shebi, she has eyes. He has eyes. You can see that I'm selling pepper." Right? The same way, you need to know how to sell yourself, especially these days on social media. You are looking for a job, maybe you just transitioned. You need to be loud about your skills, work on project and all of that. And that's one of the reasons I like Travel Tech, because you cannot even get your certification from Travel Tech if you don't even do your projects or you don't pass your projects. Some people think, oh, once I enroll like this, that's the end. I'm already a tech bro. No, there's no certificate for you if you don't finish your project or you don't pass it. You cannot just enroll and think that's the end. You're already a tech person. Also, in Travel Tech, after you are done with your program, which is 3 months averagely, you actually have access to 3 months of free mentorship also, especially if you pass your project. That's even the qualification. If you get the certificate, then you have the access to the mentorship phase. And in the mentorship phase, what we do is you get trained by people that are already experts in that field. People that are already working, like someone like Hope, someone like Moshood, that already have the working experience, that are earning above all this money, you understand? They tell you, oh, this is how your LinkedIn profile should look like. These are the kind of things you can post online for your profile that will make people attracted to your page. These are the ways you can position yourself to attract employers or recruiters. This is how your resume or your CV should be arranged. These are the kind of ways you can build your portfolio or the kind of hands-on projects you can lay your hands on while you're still searching for a job. And I mean, it's an opportunity because many people finish from boot camps and they don't know the next step. They are just there because they're like, I finished. That's how they left me alone. But a place like Travel Tech, one thing I like about Travel Tech is Travel Tech does not leave its students or her students to just go after you transition. They were leaving you. No, you have access to ask questions. You meet with mentors, people that are seasoned experts in that field. So thank you for that, Hope. Negotiation and knowing how to defend your skills is actually something great. And it can also go a long way in determining your pay. So once again, thank you so much for that. So I'm going to take questions now. Okaka Precious. Precious, you can unmute yourself. Is Precious here?
Is it my precious or there's another precious? Sorry.
Are you Okaka Precious?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, good
Okay, it's
evening.
Okaka Precious. Good evening.
Okay, so once again, I want to thank Travel Tech for this opportunity for this free class. Thank you so much to all the facilitators that are here tonight. Actually, I want to ask some few questions about basic analysis to Miss Hope, please. I don't know if she's still allowed to respond to our questions. So
Yes, go ahead.
so my first question is this. When you're transiting, for somebody who has no idea at all about tech, who has no basic knowledge, no background knowledge about it, what's the first thing you look out for? What's the first thing? I know you have to, from the whole conversation, I was able to understand that you have to first of all know what aspects or areas you're good at before you transit to any of this part. But for somebody who wants to go into business analysis, what is the first thing you have to put into consideration when you're transiting into business analysis?
Okay, thank you. Good
Yeah.
question. Okay, Hope. Let me say this, let me put it this way. For someone who is transiting into business analysis, what are the processes? Is it from bootcamp or training to certification to application, volunteering, or what? Like, what are the processes involved, Hope?
Okay, to answer her question, I think the first thing to do is to seek out for a bootcamp program, just like the one that is running currently with Travel Tech, and then after that you're actually sitting for this or going through the boot camp in preparation to have a certification, which is like a recognized certification, also like CBAP, which is also very, very valuable in the business analysis career field. And after you've written the exam to get the certification, which is CBAP, then you also start working on your LinkedIn page, whatever channel you want to make use of to apply for jobs, while we're still currently running the mentorship session, putting you through and enlightening you more on what are the certain steps and certain steps that you need to take in order for you to secure a job. And also, most importantly, still learning even after the boot camp, even after everything, because the world is evolving, right? Certain things are changing, requirements are changing, industries are looking for more different technologies to use, and so also is the business analysis career field. Learning doesn't end. So while you're still trying to set up yourself after going through the boot camp, achieving your CBAP, still going through the mentorship session, you still learn on a continuous pace, and then you apply on jobs, and also you can still currently be working and also still learn on the job, because like I've said, industries are different. So you don't just put yourself in one sector and be like, okay, it's just all about being a business system analyst. No, you still learn in order for you to have a proper view of the different fields that are still related under business analysis. So this is just mostly like the channel that you need to go through before you can set yourself up fully.
Okay. So do you think that for that CBAP you mentioned now, if someone finishes maybe a boot camp that is like 3 months, like Prevotech, can the person be qualified to take CBAP?
Yes, why not? You are qualified to take CBAP because the bootcamp also gives an opportunity for you to have a practical aspect, like to showcase what the day-to-day activity is all about, or the certain field, certain tasks that you have to carry out on your day-to-day activities of being a business analyst. Because this is what the bootcamp is all about, giving you a practical view while you're running the bootcamp to show you that even at the end of the day, when you get a job, this is what you're going to do. This is the major task that you carry out to deliver value to your stakeholders at the end of the day. So yes.
Oh wow. Thank you for that. So I hope Precious's question is answered already, or Kaka Precious. Okay. Thank you, Hope, once again. Then I'm taking a question from Harvard. I know you have been raising your hand, putting it down, and all of that. So let's have your Harvard.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me, please?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm speaking from Ghana.
Oh,
And
nice.
yes, it's interesting. I've listened to a lot of your guys. And us about these two activities. One thing I want also important for us
Sorry,
to know
Herbert,
that
your network
you
is actually
can.
not stable. Yeah, for what you're saying. Wow. Okay. So
This thing
your
should look
network
at.
is not stable.
Yeah.
Can you repeat yourself?
Hello. Yes, I'm saying that it's important for us to understand that some of these added on skills should not be such that when you go in to add them on, it's that you are moving into a new career entirely. It could be just an add on to your current skill, just to improve your activity at the workplace. So that's just the point I wanted to add. It shouldn't necessarily be looked at as a new skill you are adding on so that you move into a different. You could still be at your former place, but then it improves you as an individual so that you can add more value to yourself at the workplace. So that's just the point I wanted to add.
Okay, Mr. Tolu, you have something to say?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Herbert. Thank you. So
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
I'm taking a question now from Joy.
I've been raising my hand since, so please,
Who, who said they have been raising their hand since?
Dollar DMO. But you can answer the other person that you want to answer.
Your hand is not raised here. Oh. Maybe you should raise it again. Your hand is not raised here. So I'm calling people that their hands are currently raised.
So that's
Okay. For Joy. Is Joy here?
Okay, yeah, can I go on? Can you
Yes,
hear
go
me?
on.
All right, good evening, everyone. And
Good evening.
yes, thank you for this platform once again. Please, my question might sound a little bit funny, but I just want these individuals to be to be sincere. Okay, okay. I want to know because whenever they talk about the pay, quite all right. I'm interested in the pay of all this tech stuff, but whenever they ask how much, how lucrative is the pay, the amount they call is always like crazy. But then of recent, I've been so keen about job placement of although data analysts or business intelligence analysts, and I'm seeing something like 50, 100 and the likes for a start. So I want to ask this question: how lucrative is this business intelligence analyst compared to business analysts? And then in terms of the job, yes, their services to the organization, I need sincerity here. Which is more preferred? Yes, the data analyst or business intelligence analyst, they deal with data, and I know they prefer solution based on the data they have. So, and then I'm sure the business analysts take decision from there or something. So I just want to know their correlation, their preference by organization, and if I'm to choose in between these two, which is best, please. Thank you.
Okay, can I give response to that?
Yeah, I was even going to address the question to you. Please talk on that.
Okay, so first off, there are several factors that determine uh, the pay that a company is willing to offer you, right? There are several factors, and it's not just because of the name of the career, because it's business analyst now, so it can never go below this amount, no matter what. It's not like that always, right? And that's because sometimes or many times the company you're applying to would also determine, is it a startup that is just trying to get funding, that has not really solidified its roots or its legs? Is it a company that has been working or been in existence for like 3-4 years, or is it a company that has been operating for 20 years? So you cannot expect the amount that a company that has been operating for 20 years would pay. You cannot expect the amount they would pay to a company that just started last 2 or 3 months would pay, right? That's number one. Number two, your own experience too matters. Have you taken on volunteering roles before? Do you have experience on that thing before? Not that you just know it's head knowledge, right? And that's why we encourage boot camps and the likes. Even beyond boot camps, you need to also try to volunteer and look for jobs that you could do while you are still doing your current job, right? Look for jobs you could do in that line that would add to your experience. Get more certifications. These are the things that are going to improve or increase your potential worth that you would want to, tell an organization to pay you, right? That's number 2. Number 3, for business analysis, right? For business analysts, their levels are usually higher, right? In terms of their importance than for business intelligence. And that's because even before there is any data to work with at all, before there's any data to work with, a business analyst must be in the show. A product manager must be in the show. It is only when the company has started operating that they now have data to gather, then to now work with. That's when they now hire data analysts or business intelligence analysts. But before that at all, when they're still gathering requirements, still eliciting requirement, still trying to draw product roadmap, trying to do user research, UX research, trying to gather the engineering team together to come up with the product and all, the product managers and the business analysts are already working at that stage. Do you understand? So before they even get the data to even work with or to make decisions with, later on, these 2 guys are already on the show. So I think you can make that answers your question that you asked in that light, right? Of which one is more lucrative or which one is more important. I've already explained the whole process to you, so you can pick your answer from that, right? So on part of the lucrativeness that I said before, right, I've said 2 points about your own experience and skill set and your own value that you are bringing to the table. Number 2, the company you are working with, right? Number 3, again, the location also matters, and that's how it is everywhere in the world. If you go to US today, it's not the same amount that a data analyst is paid in Dallas that they will be paid in New York or in Los Angeles, right? There are different ranges based on your location too, and based on the cost of living of that location, right? So it just depends. It depends on where you find yourself. It depends on it depends on a lot of factors, right? It's just that it is faster to climb the ladder of any career in tech than most other professions. It is faster. It is faster. I'm telling you. In 2-3 years, you can be earning times 5 or times 6 of what you were earning 3 years ago. When you started the career, which is not like that in many other careers. If you are an accountant, you know how long it's going to take you before you can earn times 6 of what you're currently earning. I mean, even if you are doing law self, except maybe your father is rich and you have money to start your own law firm, right? And you can people are coming to you to negotiate offers. I mean, they are bringing cases to you or something. I know lawyers that still collect 30,000. Like, they went to law school, finished law school, they've served, and they're still collecting 30K, 35K, right? Because so I'm just saying this, that in tech field it is easier to climb the ladder fast. I've not seen any still. I mean, for now, to be sincere with you, I'm yet to see any product manager. I'm yet to know. Let me not say see. I'm yet to know any. Should I say product manager or even business analysts that has been on that field for like 10 years? I'm yet to see. Why? Because most of these fields are coming up now, a lot of them, because of technology and software that is really the wave of the moment, right? So that's why you see someone with 3-4 years of experience earning a lot of money in the tech field, right? So at the same time, you don't expect to also, well, let me just stop there, Sha. I've said a lot of things already. Let me stop there. Try to okay, let me summarize what I said again. There are a lot of factors that determine your pay. It's not just about the career, the company, your own experience, the value you are bringing to the table, right? Your location. I mean, yes, I've said that, and there are other factors too that I can't mention yet, right? And the fact that if you are in this role, it is faster to climb up the ladder of the career path, right? I also said that, and I also said that before a business intelligence comes into play at all, a business analyst and a product manager would have been involved. So they are more likely, they are most times in the higher levels of the business than a business intelligence analyst, right? And let me even go deeper. Yeah, let me go deeper into business intelligence. The higher level of business intelligence would be to understand, I mean, to have data analytics skills that are just more than the business intelligence. Business intelligence is a stage in data analytics, right? They do the same thing, right? But if you are a data analyst, right, you are supposed to also understand some things about machine learning, some things about using Python, right? That if you want to go fully into data analytics, right? So then from there, if you want to now move to data science, you're supposed to now really understand machine learning very well, no deep learning very well, right? So all these things have stages too. Do you understand? Even if you are coming in as a business analyst, you will start with junior business analyst, right? If you don't have any experience as a business analyst before, and you cannot compare how much you are earning to how much a senior business analyst will be earning. So there are a lot of factors that accrue to this thing, but on the average is what we just try to to give you the information about. I know business analysts that are doing like 4 jobs together. I mean, business analysts too, they are doing like 4 jobs together. They will collect this gig, collect this gig, collect this gig, and they are still working on full-time work, like full-time role. Do you understand? So it's just like that. I hope I was able to give clarity to your question.
Very well, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Tolu. Thank you so much. So I'm going to have Shola ask his question now because Shola said he has been raising his hand now. Shola Adeyemo, are you still here?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, thank you for this session. Really, though I'd paid already for the business analysis course that's starting, I think, on Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's starting on Saturday.
Saturday. Okay, it's
Yes,
meant.
but registration closes on Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. So I've made payments already, but I have a question.
Yay. Congratulations in advance.
So I have a question. So I'm currently running a program on ALX data analytics, and the SQL part is I understand that one of the skills that one needs to excel when in business analysis is SQL. So you just need to have that data analytics part. I just wanted to be all around that. So the SQL part is really hard for me, right? It's to really learn it is really hard. So I just wanted to know, is it a must I know how to use SQL for me to be able to perform well as a business analyst? Because I've always heard that it's like what Hope said this evening about business analyst and business analytics different. I've always said that it's better you at least have that skill, right? So is it how compulsory is that to have the skill? That's what I'm to ask.
So, well, hope is still going to say more on this, right? But one thing I know about business analysts are that they don't, I mean, for business analysts now, not business intelligence analysts and not business analytics, right? For business analysis, SIS, is that they don't use SQL on their day-to-day operation. I'm sure of that one, right? I'm so sure of that one. It is the business intelligence analyst or data analysts that use SQL on their day-to-day operation. Now, does the knowledge of SQL, improve your marketability as a business analyst? Yes, of course. Every company would want someone who has more skills than the others, right? However, it is not a necessity. Do you understand? It's not a necessity for you to know how to use SQL. There are a lot of business analysts that don't use SQL. They don't even know how to use it. Some know how to use it, but they don't even use it on their jobs. They've even forgotten it. Do you understand? So, but as a data analyst or a business intelligence analyst, the reason you will need it is because you will need to speak to the database to extract raw data, which you will now transform to insights. That's why you need SQL. But as a business analyst, that's SISO, you are not speaking to database anything. You are speaking to stakeholders, right? And you are, you're improving the processes, like Hope said, and you are trying to speak with the project manager to at the same time speaking with the software developer, cloud architects, and the likes. So you are not using SQL to speak to the database. You are not working with the database safe. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Do you get? It is just in maybe small organizations or small startups that can try to pack all these responsibilities together and now put everything on your head. They just go online and see, oh, a business analyst, this one, that one. They pack everything and put it on and expect you to know everything. Do you understand? But normally it is not what you are expected to even do. Do you get? So I hope I answer that question, but Hope can also give you more explanation on that anyway.
Okay, Hope, do you have something to say to buttress that?
Okay, so I think Mr. Tolu has already cleared everything because, like, the person that asked the question said he wants to be an all-rounder, right? But yes, it also increase your marketability aspect wherever you want to apply for jobs, so that way you don't lack in getting the skills. But in being a business analyst and carrying out your day-to-day activities, you do not need SQL, except the sector of which you're working, maybe finance, retail, and the rest of it. That is where they can now start asking you those requiring SQL for you to extract data and stuffs like that. But even though you want to make use of SQL, you do not need to go in depth in learning SQL. You just need the basic information to retrieve either to join tables and the rest of it, to clean your data and the rest of it. And now that is where the data analyst comes in, the business intelligence analyst comes in, because that is their field and it is largely required of them to make use of SQL to perform their day-to-day tasks, to make use of data-driven informations. Whereas the business analyst, you just deal largely with coming up with requirements in the form of words. A stakeholder will tell you, I want to develop a product and I want this particular product to be like this, to be like this. This is just more like building a house. You want the house to have a roof, you want the house to have a door, a window, and the stuff and the rest of it. So your main job is to say, okay, what sort of window are we going to put that is going to be befitting to this house? What kind of window do we put? Is it going to be a bulletproof door? Is it going to have a jacuzzi in it? How do we position the jacuzzi and stuff like that? Now you're capturing these requirements, putting them in a better format that would fit the taste of stakeholders. Now you do not see any relationship of SQL there, because you're not dealing with hard numbers or hard figures to make your to come up with solutions or to proffer answers to your stakeholders' questions, right? So I don't know if that is clear, because Mr. Tolu has largely explained everything about what is needed or why do you need SQL. if at all you need it, but you do not need it in carrying out your day-to-day activity as a business analyst.
Thank
Yes,
you so much. Oh, okay.
I get the answer totally. Thank you.
Okay.
I think so. I think another thing is the HR people, they should really need to understand this, because most of business analysts vacancies I see, they'll be seeing SQL experience and all that. So it's really also
Okay,
takes someone to go and be
let
looking.
me
But thank you.
let me give a clarification on that again. I think those are some of the things we also teach in our mentorship stage at Travel Tech. When you are looking for jobs, don't focus on the title of the jobs. You focus on the job description. That's what you focus on. What Google will call a product manager might be what Amazon will call a product owner. You will now see the two of them, same job responsibilities, so two different what's the word now? I'm just
Tools.
using an example, two different titles, right? So what a company can call, business analysis open role might be what another company will call business intelligence open role. And it boils down to HR people, of course, just like you said. Many times when they want to hire people and they post jobs online, they give it to junior HR professionals to go and to post it online. They'll just, and so what would junior HR do? Then we'll go to Google, look for a job that is similar to what they are looking for, try to copy all what that company has already typed, because the person will not be typing one by one. That one just copy and edit. After you edit, maybe send to the senior HR. Senior HR will say, I have a lot of things on my desk. We'll just glance through it. We'll just post it on LinkedIn. You that you now have the skills, but the title of the job role is different. You now be feeling, the title is different. It's not what I'm looking for. Whereas it is the skills you have that is even in the description, or maybe the skills that are in the description is even different from what the headline is. Do you get? So please, even if you don't take anything away from this night, don't make that mistake of trying to look at job headline without looking at the job descriptions. Different companies have what they call different people, but they also have the same job. So whenever you see a job description that says business analyst and that they say SQL is important, they are looking for business intelligence analyst or data analyst, just know, but they will write business analyst there. So it is you who understands that know that this job is for business intelligence analyst. So if you are a data analyst, you are supposed to apply for that job, even though they call it business analyst, because of the job description. So if you're a data analyst and you do not now apply for the job because they call you business analyst, you have just changed yourself. Do you understand? So the same way, if they call it business analyst and there's no SQL there, there's you see, you must know how to use Miro, you must know how to use maybe Jira, you must know how to do FRDs, you must know how to do business requirement documents, you must know, and you are looking at I know SQL, I know W, they are not asking all these things, and it's business analyst I'm seeing. It's because you don't understand that that they are looking for. So I hope you just understand what I explained now, so that I don't spend much time on this.
I do. Thank you. I totally do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. That was great. And so Mr. Tolu, someone is asking a question in the comment, and the person directly said this question is for Mr. Tolu. As a sales profession, okay, I think they want to say, as someone in sales profession, which will you advise me to do? Business analysis or product management?
Hey, we have answered this question again and again and again. Now we have explained all these things. You are supposed to now decide, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I cannot say, because you have sales, you should go to to product management. I cannot say because you have sales, you should go to business analyst. It depends on you, depends on what you want. Do you understand? This the skills you have in sales will be useful in both business analysts. I mean, in both business analysis and in both product management. Because, for example, in sales, you will need negotiation skills. I mean, you will need interpersonal skills. You need communication skills in sales. And all these skills are also used in business analysis, in product management. So you're not asking me to tell you what you should go to. It's like putting me on the spot. Do you understand? You are the one who is meant to take that decision. It's just like, okay, you had 360 in JAMB. You are now asking, and you are in art class. You are now asking someone, should I go and study law or should go and study theater arts? How do you want the person to know? Do you understand? You are the one that would know, okay, I want to study law because I have done so research on law and I feel like I like it. It's interesting. I love how they argue. Or you want to do theater arts, you know that you like to display. You like to show yourself. You can do 20 characters under 1 minute. So you are the one who knows that stuff. If you listen to Hope's story, she said that she did business analysis because she found it interesting, right? An environment, she found it interesting. She could have as well gone for product management, right? But she found BA interesting. She was a novice administrator, right? So someone who is an office administrator now can now come and say, okay, as an office administrator, which one should I go for? Is it business analyst or product management? So what do you want me to now say? You want me to say business analyst because Hope went for it? No, I won't say that. Or you want me to say product management? I won't say that, right? It depends on you. So based on all these explanations now that we've done and several examples that we've said, you will now decide the one you want to go for, right? Of which I know that many times your soft skills will determine or would play a big role in the ones you will go for. And the soft skills that are even in the two careers are similar. And that's one of the reasons we even brought the two careers together tonight. You see, you will see that we did cloud computing yesterday. We couldn't bring cloud computing with business analysis. The conversations will just be diametrically opposite. Do you understand? So because they have similar transferable skills is why we are treating them together. Do you understand? So you have experience in sales. You have to decide, do I want to be a BA or do I want to be a PM? It's a career. It's what you want to do is your life. So you have to make the decision. Somebody is going to make the decision for you. Because at the end of the day, maybe someone makes a decision for you. You didn't now do well in the career because you didn't make your decision yourself. You will now blame the person that, I don't decide I should do this thing, whereas you were supposed to make the decision. So when it comes to career, people can make the decisions for you. You have to make the decision. You'll be placed, you would have the two, you will understand what each one does. You are the one to make the decision based on your understanding. I hope that is clear.
I picked one sentence from what you said. Do I want to be a BA or do I want to be a PM? Punchline. Food for thought. Thank you. That was clear actually. Thank you so much. So I'm going to take the last question. And it's going to be Adedoyin Adenugba.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi. Good.
Hello. Okay. So just a very quick one, please. My name is Adedoyin Adenugba. So someone asked a question from I think it's Hope, the lady talking about business analysis, and the question was that after the boot camp, can we write the professional exam, which is CBAP? So I'm a project management professional, certified personnel, and while after the boot camp that I had at Long Haul Consulting, while we wanted to write the exam, they helped us with some of the requirements for the examinations. So I went to the CBAP right now, and the eligibility for the CBAP let me just read it out from what I can see from their website is that you must have completed a minimum of 7,500 hours of business analysis work experience in the last 10 years. Within this experience, a minimum of 900 hours completed of 4 of the 6 BA book guide knowledge analysis complete a minimum of 35 hours of professional development in the last 4 years, two references, code of conduct and terms of condition, then passing the examination. So I wanted to ask how does Trevor help us to meet up with this and the boot camp? Because the training that we had then for the PMP was it helped in because we did both PMP and also Prince 2, which is Project and Control Environments also, and then they helped us in meeting these certain hours that was required for us to be professionals to write the examination. So my question is, how does I think Trevor, right? How does Trevor help in meeting up with these requirements? Does the bootcamp also stand for part of the hours which is required, or can it be transferred when we are registering for the exam? Can they help us actually with the references, with the certain hours that can be confirmed through them, and all of this? I just wanted to ask: is there any way that they help in this aspect? Thank you.
Okay. Let me also answer that. So, like I said before, if you heard that I was talking about mentorship, aside the training, yeah, we have mentorship. So, I'm going to answer your questions all together, right? In the mentorship, you are taught more about taking certification exams, right? Preparing for the exams, where you get to see your resources that you could use to prepare for the exams and things like that. Now, in the training itself, the program, right? The programs are project-based programs, right? So you would most likely be working on your projects right from the program. Now, those projects you are already working on that you are doing, you are already practicing BA, right? You are already practicing BA. It is not until you are you are given an offer letter by a company as you are a business analyst now in our company. That's when you start practicing your BA. No, from the projects you are doing, you're already practicing BA. Even after the program, if you volunteer with any organization as a BA or with any team to work on a project as a BA, you are already practicing, right? So yeah, if you want us to serve as references for you, why not? There are people who went through our academy. In fact, I personally have reviewed some CVs from some of our students, right, who wrote on their CVs that they are interns at Trevotech, right? And they worked on projects in Trevotech. So if they worked on projects, I can't say they are not interns, right? They didn't just learn something, theoretical and was just watching the watching videos. No, it's live classes. They are project based, right? That you have to do. So, and while we give you those projects, you are already working as it. Do you understand? There are different levels to it, right? So you are already working at it. So yes, we give references. References when need be, right? And we help you, we guide you to be able to take the exams where you want to take them. And mind you, many times those who even the requirements that they write on their website, many times it is not as though everyone who gets the certification have met entirely those requirements. It is just what they have written as a guide for people who are planning to take the exam, especially because of how is he what's the word now? How strong the exam is. Is it strong now? Strong is not the right word. How
Competitive.
before CBAP, there are other ones before CBAP. CBAP is like the highest.
Right.
Hope can correct me if I'm wrong. So there are other ones you can take even before CBAP. So even if you want to, they are just saying that someone who will take this exam conveniently, on the average, should have had so requirements. I mean, so years of experience. I mean, so hours of experience. So this, so that. Do you understand? But if through your training and your mentorship, you've been able to have all those experience, all those skills they are looking for, because you'll be tested on maybe agile, maybe waterfall, and some Babok rules, some Babok. If you know what is called Babok rules, you'll be tested on all those things. So if you already know them and you pass the exam, you are certified near now. Do you understand? So of course we help we give assistance in that light. If a student comes to us and say, oh, they want us to be references for them and things like that, of course we do that. And we have our mentorship meetings also every Friday, 1 hour. So in the
What time?
mentorship meetings, but the
What?
mentorship meetings are after the training. No, it's after you are done with the training and you have been certified from our own academy that you are qualified to be mentored. We won't mentor you if you are not serious with the training and you didn't take it serious. So Fridays by 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. I think, yeah, 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. One of them, and it's 1 hour, right? So I hope that's was clear enough.
Okay, that's clear. That's clear. Thank you. I appreciate your response.
All right.
I may ask also, is that maybe Hope? Do you have any idea of what the price is, and also if she could say maybe a few other certifications before the CPAP that one could also look into, because I believe that sometimes the certification helps to open the doors, to say that okay, I'm
Yeah,
certified.
yeah. I
So it
know
opens for
there
them
is
to you,
ECBA, but well, let Hope answer you. Is Hope still on the call? We should be
Yeah,
rounding up
sorry, I'm
now.
still on the call.
Our
I'm
time
still
has
on the
gone.
call.
All
I'm
right.
still on the call. Can you hear
Please
me?
answer that.
Yes,
He's
yes.
asking for
Okay.
the certification aside CPAP,
Yes,
before CPAP.
before CPAP. And how much
Okay.
is it? Do you have an idea of what the price for the
Okay,
CPAP?
so we have the ECBA, which is the entry level certification as a business analyst, and then we have the CBAP, and then we have the CCBA, and also sometimes people take PMP certifications also, but CBAP is like the highest, whereby when you present it, everybody knows that yes, you are a professional at being a business analyst, and you can carry out this task, because most of the exam question basically comprises of practical questions. And just like we've said, during the boot camp, you have hands-on experience with practical aspects of the day-to-day activities of what business analysts do. Now, these are not like the exam templates or the sample questions that we see online are the same. When you're going to sit for the exam now, it's a different questions that you see. But it's all about giving a practical view, showing that yes, you can practice, and when you see a practical question, you can answer. Now, the payments for all these certifications vary. When you're a membership with the IBBA, there's a certain amount that they pay, and when you're a non-member, there's a certain amount they pay. Like for instance, now if you're a member, there's a subsidized rate of like 325, and then if you're not a member and you want to make an explicit payment to add the certification cost to your card to just write it straight away, there's a cost fee of $450 for you to pay so as to write the CBAP exam.
Okay, that's excellent. Thank you. I appreciate you. My questions have been answered. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Hope. Thank you, Tolu. Thank you, Adedoyin, and every other person that has asked questions. Thank you so much. I enjoyed myself in this session because it was really amazing and educative, and it was also informative. And I love how both PM and BA are actually similar, but still two different career paths. And you need to also understand what each of them entail to make your decision, just like Glory asked. So thank you to Moshood and Hope. Thank you for honoring the invitation and taking out your time to clarify a lot of things. I know that I still had a lot of questions I wanted to ask both Moshood and Hope, but people have hijacked it. So I'm just going to keep my questions to myself. And I just want to say this, reiterate this for people that have general questions about Privotech Academy. So first off, Privotech Academy is registered both in Nigeria and in the United Kingdom, UK. So we have a website. You can go to our website at www.trevotechng.com. It is on the chat box. You can check that. And we also have functional social media pages. We're on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. On Instagram, you can check us at Trevotech_Academy_. We have over 10,000 followers. And if you are skeptical about Privotech Academy, if you go to our Instagram page or website, you would see pictures of people and even videos of people that have taken these programs and their testimonies, their testimonials, things they have to say about our instructors and our courses. So their pictures and their names are boldly written. So you cannot say, oh, we are lying or something. It's right there. And also, if you want to know what our curriculum looks like, how detailed and how rich our curriculums are, if you go to our website, under the website, you see a section called programs. Then click on whatever program you want to check and go scroll all the way down. You would see the curriculum. And then the prices are also on the website. So you can actually pay twice for all of our programs. And you have access to pay twice. Yes, you have the opportunity to pay twice. And you can pay once. If you pay once, you get a discount. If you pay twice, you pay the normal price. And also, our programs are virtual. So we do not host physical classes, of course, except we get maybe contracts from government institutions or all of that. But generally, our classes are virtual and they are live classes. So you don't enroll and then we give you courses, recorded courses that, okay, go and watch. No, you actually have interactions with your classmates or course-mates or bootcamp members and your instructor that teaches you. Our classes are also practical. So someone was asking, are the practical online? Yes, practicals are online. The world is virtual now and a global village. As long as people are working remotely. I've been in Nigeria before and I've been working for a US company before. So if I could work remotely, then it means that things can be done virtually. So we use Google Meet for our classes actually. So you can actually see what's the screen that your instructor shares, and then you're given practical assignment to work on. And also we have recorded videos after each class. So it means that let's say you are going to miss a particular class one day, you have access to watch the recorded videos. Or even if you attended the class and you need to go back to something that the instructor said, you can actually go back to the recorded videos, download them and watch at your own convenience. Then we know that many of our students or many of our attendees or participants for our bootcamps are professionals, they are working class. So our classes are on weekends only. When Saturdays and Sundays, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. virtually for all our programs. And the list of our programs is 2 months, depending on the career path. But product management and business analysis are between 2.5 and 3 months, where you also have a practical project which enables you to get your certification at the end of the program. And then you get qualified to the mentorship stage, which is another 3 months that is entirely free. So when you get into the mentorship stage, you will discover that we have mentors, people that are seasoned, apart from instructor, people that we have like a mentorship list where you can access people, you can call them, message them, ask them questions about your career and all of that. So you would get to know all of that. So on the chat box, a link was sent for the WhatsApp link. Moyo, please help me send the link again. Thank you. For the WhatsApp number that you can, our official WhatsApp number that you can message to make payment. Now, both business analysis and product management and even cloud computing, Microsoft Azure, are starting on Saturday. There are 3 different career paths. So you're not in class with someone that is in product management, and you're not in class with someone that is in business analysis. You are on different career paths, but you're going to be in class with people that are doing your own tech career. So the registrations for these 3 courses are going to end on Wednesday. So if you know you still want to be a part of these programs, then you have to register as soon as possible before Wednesday. Else, the train would have moved. So, as soon as possible, as fast as possible, if you want to be a part of this, send a DM to the official WhatsApp line. Then we have communities that are free. We have WhatsApp communities, Telegram communities. We have over 6,000 people in our communities. So where you get free information, job opportunities and stuff like that. So click on the link that was sent for us to join our communities. And also in our mentorship stage, one of the things that our mentees enjoy is they get job opportunities fast and first compared to other people. Because we are a tech academy, a lot of companies reach out to us that, oh, we have this opportunity in internship, jobs, volunteering, and all of that. And then when they reach out to us, the first people we reach out to are our mentees, because we know you're our product. We know that we are proud of you. So thank you so much, everyone, once again for this session. Hope, Moshood, Mr. Tolu, and every single person that contributed at one time or the other. I appreciate your contributions, and I know I'm a good host. Thank you to myself. So everybody have a great night. If you have further questions, you can also contact any of the admins on the WhatsApp community, and your questions will be answered, or the Telegram community. So do have a great night. Don't forget to check out our website and our social profiles for more clarification. Have a good night, everybody. If you want to thank me, you can thank me.